Wait a minute. Who am I? This isn't me. This isn't my body. Where am I?
Hello there. You've taken over the body of the movie maniac. Introduce yourself as him and review Jumanji The Next Level in order to win.
Oh. Well, I guess that's the only way to win. Hey everyone, this is the Movie Maniac. Thank you for watching, and today we're talking about Jumanji The Next Level. The plot to this movie is actually pretty hard to explain, even though it's simple. So, drum roll please. Let's go. This is a sequel to Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, but this time there are more people sucked into the game and we have character swaps. That means that Danny DeVito is playing The Rock, Danny Glover is playing Kevin Hart, and the game itself has changed. So we are given a completely new group dynamic and the whole environment that they're inhabiting has been switched up to some degree. I'm going to give myself a gold coin for that. What's different about this movie? Well, pretty much what I explained there is the character swaps and that the game has changed. I won't give anything away or explain how and why it's changed, but it does keep things fresh. There are some moments where we do get into a bit of a retread, but for the most part, if you're going to have us go back into the Jumanji game, which is very similar to the first movie, you're going to have to shake the whole thing up, and they were smart enough to do that this time around. There are times when the adventure feels too familiar, but it's not the entire movie, and it's in the second half specifically. Even then, it manages to turn itself around at the end. This is a fun film in the way that most of these mainstream adventure movies are. Some of the best parts of the movie are watching Danny DeVito and Danny Glover try to figure out how to play Jumanji, and they really amp that up. We spend a lot of time with The Rock and Kevin Hart, who are doing their best impressions of DeVito and Glover, figure out where they are and what they're doing. You can't just simply explain the rules of the game to them. They have to sit there and deconstruct everything that's going on around them to eventually somehow understand what it is they're doing when everybody else has figured it out, been there, done that. So I think that that is one of the movie's strengths. We can't do this review without talking about Jack Black. I'm almost tempted to tell you he steals the show, but that would be letting The Rock and Kevin Hart be overshadowed by him, and I don't want to do that. We're on another ensemble cast movie here, and Jack Black just really shines this time around. So just know that he is on fire in this film. So here's the thing, even though this movie is aware that it needs to shake things up, that we can't do the same thing as last time, we can do similar things, but we can't do the same exact movie twice, I'm pretty sure it's aware we can't go back to Jumanji anymore. I think the film knows this. I think that the audience knows this, and if we're probably going to get a third movie. I feel like this is already making enough bank to where investors, the actors, the producers, the studios, they all feel very safe and probably going with Jumanji 3 or 4, depending on whether or not you consider this tied to the original Robin Williams film. But that's beside the point. What I'm getting at is no more going into the game. We're done. We've had enough. You were able to get away with it this many times, but we got to get into the real world, and something else has got to happen now. Because I'm telling you, if we go back to this game again in the third movie, it's going to feel really overdone. We're tired of it. We need to get out of it now. I think, again, I'm not saying I'm tired of it in this sequel, the next level, but if you do it another time, it's just going to be more of a hassle than an entertaining experience. You know what kind of movie this is. You turn your brain off, you upsize your soda, and you enjoy. This is not meant to be taken seriously. This is not meant to be watched with an overly critical eye. At the same time, though, you could take one of these movies and you could make it a classic. Or you could take one of these and turn it into an awful piece of crap. So that's the interesting thing about Jumanji The Next Level, is that I think that it's made with a certain level of awareness, being a sequel, having the same cast, knowing that we're going back to the video game again, but also knowing that you're going to have to do something different. And as an audience member, I appreciate that. I appreciate that this is not an entirely wasted attempt at doing this again. This could have easily been a mediocre or a bad picture, and it's not. And that's mainly because of the cast and the filmmakers. Guys, I'm going to give Jumanji 2 or Jumanji 3 or Jumanji The Next Level
What's going on?
a light 7 out of 10. This is a good movie. It's kind of cute. It's pretty emotional near the end of the film as well, and I thought that they handled that with care. I like that this is something that holds your attention. Now, I did kind of drift a little bit when it started to feel just so much like a retread of what we've seen before. But it doesn't last too long. Again, it's mainly a little portion of the second half of the movie. You'll probably know when you get there. And yeah, you can do it a little bit, but thank God it wasn't the whole runtime. You really got to give it up to these actors for making this movie what it is. Because not only are there character swaps, it's what they do with it, and I don't want to tell you because it's a spoiler free review, but this comes up throughout the movie. So it's not like there's one gimmick and that's all they have to work with. They take that and they explore it as an interesting idea should, like the one they have here. I liked Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. I think this one isn't much better and isn't much worse than that film. So if you enjoyed that, I think you're going to like this. I have a really hard time imagining anyone who watched the previous movie go into this and come out hating it. That would actually be really weird. Do you think we need another Jumanji movie? If the answer is yes, do you agree with me that we just can't go back to this game? You have to do something different. We had the opportunity to explore what they did in Welcome to the Jungle again a little differently, and I like that, but we just cannot have another movie do this again. And also, what are your thoughts on The Next Level? Did you enjoy this movie? Did you give it the same kind of rating I would? A light 7 out of 10? I say light because I'm almost reminded of Ant-Man and the Wasp, where I watched it, I came out of it, and I thought, oh, that was a cute, fun movie, and I suppose it was good. I feel weird saying 6.5 on this or Ant-Man and the Wasp as a reference because it just seems like it went a little bit above that 6.5. And I feel pretty safe saying it's a 7. We know what I'm saying here. It's a safe bet. If you enjoy these kind of movies, you're going to go into the theater, you're going to get what you pay for, it's going to be that exact level of quality you're expecting. You're not going to be wildly impressed, but you're not going to be disappointed and throw your popcorn on the ground on the way out. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to get what you paid for. This is one of those films that if you're interested in something like that, sure, go to the theater to see it. You're going to get exactly what you're expecting. But if you're willing to skip it, it's going to make a perfectly fine rental, and you'll still enjoy it from the comfort of your home.
You have successfully completed the game. Thank you for playing. You will now body swap the original movie maniac back into his body.
All right. Yeah! Whoa! Hey, what's up, guys? What just happened? That was really weird. It was like I blacked out for a minute. It's like something came over me. That was really strange. Hey, you know what? We should talk about Jumanji The Next Level. I kind of enjoyed the other one. Maybe this one will be pretty good.